Hey guys, I'm back to another video, and today we'll be discussing about the very first topic of the atomic structure, chapter number 3 of the first year chemistry, right? So we are here to discuss about the atomic structure intro, right? We are discuss about intro of the atomic structure chapter. So starting with uh, just a minute. That, okay, right. So what is happening is that first of all we need to understand the basics we need to understand the history of all this. uh, we are what the chapter atomic structure is all about. It is all about the atom, right? uh, it is all about the atomic structure, the structure of atom. First, for understanding the structure of atom, we need to understand what atom is and what is the history of its or discovery or something like that. So first of all, in the very beginning concept is the first thing that just came is that there was a scientist named Democritus, right? Democritus was a scientist, right? And he was very old scientist, even though he was even old than the times of John Dalton. We are considering John Dalton as old scientist, but the Democrats was even older than that, and many years even. That was from around 5 BC, right? That was very old days. And he just, what he did was he suggested, what he suggested that matter, what is suggested matter composed of tiny, indivisible particles called atoms, right? So that was the very beginning days, right? So he was an older scientist, and he just said that uh, all we are looking around is matter, and the matter is composed of tiny indivisible particles called atoms. In other words, the smallest unit of matter is called an atom, that is indivisible, right? That was just a suggestion. He had no clues. He was considering that there is something like atom existing, right? What is atom? For basics, you can say that atom is the smallest particle of the atom, and that is true. That was true, but I am saying again that uh, the Democratic scientists were ignored for a long time. His concept was just ignored, and people, he just suggested this thing, and just people ignored him and get back to their work. They were, that thing was not considered for a long, long time, right? So after a long, long time, uh, century, okay, right. There was also a time when there was a poet. The poet name was Lycopos, right? He was just he clued clue of atom. What he was is he just wrote poems, right? As he was poet, he uh, just related that something indivisible particle called atom existed. He just clued that thing from his poems. He was again ignored because people just were saying that how this can happen, and just how can you say that we are not, uh, just considering that thing, we are not believing in that whatever you are saying. How can we believe you, right? After a long time, the scientist, a well-known scientist, came, John Dalton. And he was scientist. He was a great scientist, as he has done a lot of inventions and discoveries as well. uh, so what he did was that he uh, just he just looked back into the history, and just looked into what the Democrat and the poet had said, and just form on scientific basis he formed a theory, uh, formed theory on scientific basis. And uh, it was in the year 1808, right? form theory on scientific basis of what was the theory that is called the atomic theory. You know, the theory of the atom or the atomic theory, what atom is. He just looked into history, he just researched a bit and concluded and formed a theory. And he was quite non-scientist, so that his things were his thoughts were considered. And he just looked into that, just he just looked into that on the scientific basis and formed a theory. So that was helpful to make him uh, stuck on his concept. So moving forward, uh, what was the theory was about, it was just the same. He just as it is mentioned that he just said on the scientific basis, he just properly formally did all the concept, mentioned all the concept, and the theory was formed. So we'll be looking into the you know the this theory points one by one. But before that, wait a minute. Okay, right. So what was the theory is about, that we need to look into some points here. So suppose here we are mentioning it, and uh, this theory was also called atomic theory or Dalton atomic theory, right? So I Dalton atomic theory. Okay, so this theory has been modernized. Even though in today's world there is a modern atomic theory that has overlapped this theory, but as a basics, as I mentioned in my previous videos, basics is the king that has uh, that the modern theory is, if you can say that, that is because of the Dalton theory or the old theory. So that is having the importance, right? So what Dalton atomic theory, what Dalton concluded about all this matter is that atom is a simple system. Atom is a simple system, right? Atom is a simple system. He said that atom is a simple. Why? What does he mean by that? Is that it is the simplest form of the matter, right? Uh, yeah, the same uh, words he just mentioned it, like uh, atom is indivisible. Uh, he concluded that atom is a simple system. Atom is not a complex structure. It is simple. It is not. It is the smallest. Nothing is more smaller than it into the matter, and it is also indivisible. And after that, uh, even though, as I said before, that uh, atom is found divisible, but that was something as a basics. So during that time, it was found indivisible, even though. Atoms atom of element are same. He just said a thing that atom of element are same. Atom of element are same. So what does he mean by it was that element is group of atoms, and atom is element is group of atoms. So he just said that element is also made of similar sort of atoms. But modern theory is making this concept wrong concept, as discovery of isotopes, where the atoms which are having same atomic number but different mass number. So that was proved wrong by this point. This point was proved wrong by that. So atom or element can be different. So from on that time, that was believed, and that was said something true, right? Atom is the smallest unit. That is a similar point, I'm just mentioning it, right? Atom is the smallest unit. Nothing smaller than existed. uh, so right, even though uh, that was all about the atomic theory, and that gave the basics, that gave the base of the modern atomic theory. That was you know let us discuss about the modern atomic theory. Modern atomic theory, right? Right, modern atomic theory. What does modern atomic theory? It was quite different from the old one. that is what we are looking into today, and uh, that is day by day discovery. The science is every day, science is changing day by day. So we have found that uh, first of all, the point first is that uh, let me see. The first point is that atom is a complex structure, right? It is further divided into electron, proton, and neutron and other particles. I think that there are 35 more particles found in metals, right? So atom is a complex structure. It is not a simple structure. It can be further divided or further studied, investigated, right? It is divisible, right? That is because we have found subunits of atom. Now even we have found subunits of atom. So that is all day by day research has led us to say that, right? And the third point of the atomic delta number three was that atoms of the element are same, but atoms of element may be different. Atom of element may be different. And what does that mean? That means isotopes, right? The one which are having same number of uh, same atomic number but different mass number, right? So it was also found that atom is around the further 35, around 35 particles, something like that. So you can simply understand the differences between the both, right? uh, Here you can see. So atom is indivisible, atom is complex structure. Here we have said atom is divisible. Here we have said atom is smallest. Here we are saying that it is not the smallest. And here we are saying that atom is the element are the same. And here we are saying atom of the element may be different. That is because of the discovery of the isotopes, right? So that is how day by day changes have occurred, and we have got to the discoveries of new sort of subparticles and particles. And that is all about the atom. For suppose you can say that uh, there are electron, right? Further particles, three main electron, proton, neutron, right? So three main particles or subparticles by dividing atom were found, and we are all known about that, and we'll be studying that very soon, their discoveries and all that thing. And we have this, and after that we have also other particles as well, other particles discovered, right? We have this, and right. So we are having other particles, right? So we are having discovered proton, positron, right? Positron. And we have discovered the neutrino. And after that we have discovered the several types of mesons and hydrons, mesons and hydrons, right? Hydrons. So these are don't confused by that. They are just day by day we are discovering subparticles, subparticles of atom. And that is all that is because of investigating into the matter. And hopefully we'll be looking into these things in the later on lectures. So the thing is that what I need to give you base of the next lectures, how will be managing them. So first of all, uh, how these were discovered, we'll be looking into them one by one deeply. But we need to understand that we need to check out the table, or you can say that uh, the how will be going forward into it. So uh, let's see that. Number first, we had Faraday scientist, right? Faraday scientist, the one who just gave the clue given, right? Electron clue given. We will be looking into how this all had happened, right? Electron clue given. He has just said that something like electron has is being is existing, right? The second is William Crook, right? William Crook was a scientist, and he just did his tube experiment. crew tube or gasoline tube experiment, and by that he just uh, we can say that confirmed electron and proton resistance, right? William Crew's performer experiment, he just confirmed the present that he just said that yes, you're saying right, Faraday, there is something existing like that, right? Further on, the came the discovery of the radioactivity, which you know, in other words, that just proved it all. We can say that radioactivity, it proved the existence, right? We just passed several sort of experiments and just found that uh, yes, we have proved that this thing is we just by further going into it, we just uh, by after proving it, we get to know how properly knowing about the properties of it and other stuff like that, right? After that, we are having the chadwick 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 is a scientist who you know discovered the neutron. He just gave the neutron presence, right? Chadwick was a scientist who gave the neutron presence. He will be looking into all that into deep in the upcoming lectures, right? And after that, we have the five, which is in today's world we are looking into that more into we can say that spectrotrophic 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 experiment, right? So what is that electronic structure of atom, right? So we are looking into electronic structure of atom. That is for example, we have electron microscope, that is due to it the spectroscopic experiment. So that means that we have just electron microscope has a huge power, and we are by help of that we have discovered sub particles and all that. So hopefully you are yes, you have just made a base of how things were invented. We just be looking into it one by one, hopefully in the upcoming lectures, and that would be all clear. Just like we'll be looking firstly into how Faraday looked into it, and how what he did concluded, how Crookes did it, how radioactivity was happened, how neutron was discovered, how this is happening, right? So all would get clear, and hopefully to meet you guys in the next upcoming videos. So meet you guys soon. Hope you have learned something. Goodbye, right? Goodbye. Hey guys, I'm back to another video, and today we'll be discussing about the very first topic